I don't care for tolling. There's so much money to collect the tolls, to operate the commission, and that's money that's all collected that's not available for highways. You know, another thing about tolls is people avoid them. They travel around it, and that means that traffic is going to be on some roads and driving through some towns where it wasn't intended for that.
Is there really a workforce shortage in terms of drivers of vehicles like these?
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, it's a demanding position. There's a lot of responsibility. You know, you've got 40 tons or 80,000 pounds of weight with your vehicle. It's over 75 feet long with a 53-foot trailer. Many of the jobs that we have, the driver has to live in the truck here. But then it's long hours too. You know, we're federally limited to a 14-hour workday, but 14 hours is a long workday. Well, some drivers make over 60, some approach $70,000 in a year. The average is probably in the mid-50s for someone who has experience.
What about all these news stories that I'm reading about driverless trucks? Is that really the future of the industry?
I don't know for sure. I don't think it'll happen in 10 years. I just think there's so many hurdles to overcome. I do think there's probably applications for it. You know, like the airline industry, you know, there's autopilots, and there's autopilots that do a lot, but there's still a pilot in the cockpit. But for funding, to solve the funding, I think if we all kicked in a little bit more when we purchased the gallon, yeah, 5 cents sounds like a number that could be meaningful. You know, but I'm not advocating overspending either. Right now, out of each $100 that's available in the transportation fund, $22 roughly is spent to pay bonds. You know, the bonds are just a loan that you have to make the payments on, and so it's a more expensive way to fund your highway system.